116th Hotline.
It's Sadie.
And Satana, and welcome back to 116th Hotline. If this is your first time here, hello. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. 116th Hotline is a podcast where we talk about anything and everything, and it's not a safe space only for us as your hosts, but also you as a listener/viewer, and we love you, so thank you for being here.
Welcome back to second episode of season 4. So
4 years, guys.
That's crazy.
I
to think
know.
about. Really? You know, it's so sweet. The other day, Brian sent me a Snapchat memory of our 1 year anniversary host.
Stop.
With our little ghetto backdrop that we created on our own, but we had to start somewhere. It was so nice, and even then, we had a lot of people that showed up. So
exactly,
it was
amazing.
It was amazing. We appreciate all of our ride or dies, our day ones.
Clock it,
sis. Yeah, so like I said, welcome back, and it's taken us a little bit while to come back, but you know what,
guys, we had so many malfunctions today. Okay, we just
please bear with us.
This season is starting out rough.
We're trying. It's
pushing through
because
you know what, the universe needs us. So we need to push through all. This is a metaphor on life. No matter what trials and tribulations that life puts onto you, you must push forward and you must push through.
Ooh,
period. Because we can excuse all day, be like, oh my god, it's not working, like let's not film. But no,
there's people like that for real. Like, now speaking of metaphor in life, people that are like, oh my god, my day's going so wrong, I'm just gonna call it a day, go home and call it a day.
Change your perspective, babe.
Ooh.
Change your perspective.
What can you make out of your mistakes and all of your tribulations?
Yeah, like make the most out of it. You know what I mean? Like, you could be dead.
I got real dark, real soon.
No, I'm serious. Like, you could be dead. Like,
you know what?
Be thankful you're alive, bro.
Speaking of that, like, I keep thinking about stuff that like people, like, it could be worse.
Yeah, you could be dead.
Anytime. Well, okay, maybe not dead.
Well, I mean, like, at least you're alive and living.
Yeah, no, seriously, because I keep thinking about things like, for example, if something were to happen, well, like the other day, I was like running late for work, I was like pissed off. I was like, cursing and everything, driving, but then I'm thinking, I was like, wait a minute, I need to be thankful that I even have a job.
Yeah,
I'm able to wake up. And because there's people in the hospital right now that are like really wishing they could like live your life.
Yeah. Seriously.
So you just, like you said, it's all about perspective.
And that's what we're going to talk about today is perspective, okay? Because I think there's too many times, like, okay, for example, we're both on our cycles right now, okay? I don't know about you, but for me, when I'm on my cycle, I just feel like the world is like it's gonna be the end of the world. If I don't get anything done, or if I don't hit my to-do list, it's the end of the world. If I'm rushing, it's the end of the world. And I recently have learned to just be like, all right, calm the F down. I literally will. I am overthinker, spiral. Especially if like I'm on my cycle and I'm just, my emotions are everywhere. And I turn to Danny and I'm like, I need the reassurance, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my god, but we gotta do this and we gotta do that. And he looks at me, he looks at me, and I'm like, when he gives me that look, then the pain is coming out. You know what I mean? Like, no,
baby number 3, baby number 3.
When he gives me that look, though, I look at him and I'm like,
oh yeah.
I literally was like having a like epiphany. I was like, skrr. I was like, wait, it's not that big of a deal, is it? And I was like, I just needed you to tell me, like, it's not that big of a deal, right? Because I know you're gonna say that's not that big of a deal, but I need you to say it, like just reassurance, like, calm down. It's not the end of the world. I think I was making sure that he knew that we had to go do something after what we were currently doing, and I'm like, wait, but it's not that big of a deal, so I don't need to like worry. And he's like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. So it's just like perception, perspective, because I. Just like how you said the other day, when you're like on the go, you're like rushing to do the next thing and this thing and that thing and this thing, and then you're like, wait, but then it's gonna be the end of the world if I don't get to it, and then the world's gonna fall apart. But in reality, it's like, babe, calm down,
babes. That little meme or like thing that we saw is that like whenever it's like a picture of a meme of like the Earth like zoomed out with the planets, and you're like,
you're on a rock, honey,
tiny little dot in this big huge universe.
Yeah.
So like all of your problems are like so small compared to like the world and what's going on.
Minuscule.
Yes, very. So like, just like you said, just very perspective and kind of step back for a little bit, calm down. Yes. It's okay. And I know it's obviously easier said than done because we've been through it. Yeah. And we live through the spiraling. Like, I think it's a part side effect of ADHD. Like,
it's our daily life.
It's our unfortunately, we suffer from this like severe ADHD. I mean, mine's not as severe anymore. I can't speak for you. Sorry, but
I think I'm not so much that it's not affecting me. I think I'm starting to claim it, like if that makes sense, where I'm starting to, like, if I'm starting to get those emotions, and I'm like putting a name to it, where I can be like, okay, I'm aware.
Oh,
where I'm like, okay, something's happening. Why am I getting, angry? Why am I getting worked up? It's like, calm down. It's not the end of the world. Let's put a name to it.
Ooh, she's coping. Period.
Yeah. Well, there's this podcast I listened to. Well, no, not podcast. It was an audiobook.
Okay.
It's called damn it, what was it called? It's called it's a free audiobook on Spotify. It's called Stop Letting Everything Affect You.
It's like a book, like
it's
audio.
It's a book, but then the author did like audio version of it. And in the book, in the audio version, he's talking about, like, everything is not as big as you think it seems. For example, he was talking about when you, and I will put the audiobook right here on the screen and also in the captions, but
go check it out.
Yes, it was really good. Like, it's free too. And he was talking about how, for example, let's say you're going to work or something, and you're like, you think that someone's mad at you, and you let that ruin your whole day. But then at the end of the day, like, when you talk to them, then it turns out they weren't even mad at you, Yeah. And it's like the things that you think is really, like, you're just making up all these scenarios in your head, and you're really letting everything affect you, when in reality, you're the last thing that people are thinking about. People are in their own world, doing their own thing, and everything's not as big of a deal as you think it is.
And some assumptions without confirmation.
Assumptions without confirmation.
Ooh,
I do that a lot.
I used to too. Well, actually,
I mean, not as much, but I feel like it's just the nature of the beast.
It is. I think it's like natural for, like, just anybody in general to, like, assume things. Like, if you read something the wrong way, then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, she's not feeling good today. She's not feeling me today, or he's not feeling me today. Blah blah blah. And then you just assume, right?
Yes.
Misconstrued or whatever.
100%.
Like, so it's a lot of those. So sometimes you really just gotta be like, hey, what's up? Like, what's going on? Like, do you need some space today? Like, I don't know. I've also learned that. I've learned that, like, in my wise years of, like, if you
confronting the beast.
Ooh, let's talk about that real quickly.
I don't like confrontation. Well,
you don't?
No. Let's talk about that.
Let's get right into it.
It makes me feel uncomfortable. So that's why I, like, block people and
let's get into that right now.
Well,
let's get into that right now.
Well, why don't you go first?
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll say my part, and then I'll kind of let you kind of speak your part.
Okay. Yeah, let's just do, like, a quick, like,
get ready.
Let's see if we're both happy with that.
Damn. God, your lashes look so good. Thank you, Daisy.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna kind of speak about how I deal with it now.
Yeah.
And then I'll kind of let you kind of talk about yours. And then if you're open to it, I would like to give you some little insights. And I'm just kidding.
No, real friends let real friends know.
Ooh, say it
okay,
again.
so if you're not ready for real talk, do not tap in.
Oh my God! Please say it louder for the ones in the back. Anyway,
okay, let's do this.
All right. Remember this?
Okay. I was like, why is this? It's because I freaking didn't raise it up.
Oh, there.
I was like,
you're like talking down. Okay.
Look, see, look.
Perfect.
Okay. I'm ready.
So first of all, as for me, yes, I feel like growing up, like, I really also do not like confrontation. I rather just, like, like, hold it in and like deal with it or whatever, right? But then, like, as I've grown older, and I think my personal, like, romantic relationship, like, intimate relationship with Brian has taught me a lot to really be vocal about what's on my mind, and, like, hey, if I'm not exactly sure about something, and I really have to give credits to one of my really close, like, teacher friends. She's really great about this, about, like, just, like,
communicating.
There you go. Period.
Okay,
Communication.
okay.
Like, if you're not exactly sure, then just speak up and go straight up to and my boss too. Like, I remember the one thing, and I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again really quickly, about how she said that if you're if you think there's a problem and you're talking about that, like, with somebody else, then that's gossiping. But if you go straight to the source, then that's dealing with the problem and fixing the issues or whatever.
I remember you saying that.
So I'm like, ever since then, I'm like, my mind says, like, yes, for sure, because I don't even know, for example, if somebody's kind of giving me the cold shoulders, and I'm like, wait, why is this person, like, if Susanna,
why are you acting weird?
If Susanna's being short with me, and not gonna lie, sometimes I'll be real, not just you, I'm talking not just you, but, like, sometimes in our group chat, whenever, like, Val, I know she's freaking busy all the time, but sometimes she just leaves me on red, and us on red, I'm like, hello, like, she is always like,
Val, we're calling you out.
Yes, Val. at Val right now. But I mean, I get it. I know she's like, working overnights and all that, and she sees it. But she just like she leaves those unread, and I'm like, hello, like, bitch, are you gonna reply? Like with her, at least she like hearts it or like thumbs up or something,
some sort of reaction.
I was like, okay, that's confirmation for something, and that's just maybe the I don't know, maybe some kind of trauma in me. Like, I'm like, I need confirmation, I need reassurance, you know what I'm saying? But then as I'm getting older, I'm like, maybe it's really not that. So, like, if for example, if one day Satana's being super short with me, and I'm feeling like, oh, why is she not, like, replying like back like she normally would? I now, to Sadie now, will go straight up to her and text her, like, hey, is everything okay? Like, my thing is, I will always start off with, is everything okay? And then, if she's still short with me, then I'm gonna just, like, lay back. I'm gonna I'm gonna give you your space until you're ready. And, like, for example, when I had the conversation with your daughter, and I was like, do you need some space? Like, is it okay? Because, like, and you have to really, really validate feelings in general. You know what I mean? Like, you have to validate feelings, and yes, your feelings matter too. But if it's bothering you, then you need to kind of reflect and be like, okay, I'm feeling like this because this person's making me feel like this, but is this person really making me feel like this? God, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, yeah, you're right.
So I was like, for me,
you're right.
And I even told one of my little friends this, like, I'm like, hey, if you like go straight up to this person, okay, and confront them, and I know it's uncomfortable and it makes you feel, it may be awkward and weird, but then when you really get it off your chest, at least you get a clarity, right? And whether that person wants to be straight up with you or not, at least you got it off your chest and you have your own clarity. And that's, I've learned the hard way. And nowadays I'm like, I'm really confident now to the point where I'm like, if I feel like somebody has something towards me and it's bothering me, usually it does. Now, not as much anymore, but then if it does, I'm going to go straight to the source. I'll be like, hey, is everything okay? Or like, what's going on? And if they're still short, then I'm like, okay, so clearly something's going on. They don't want to talk about it. I'm going to give them their space. I'm going to step off, because at least I've asked, I did my part. Yeah. If they don't want to give me the answer yet, that's on them. Yeah. And I can't control that. Yep. So that's me, and that's something I would do, and I'm not just saying it to you, but towards anybody in general at a big old age, and even if you listeners that are younger, like, are rolling your eyes, it's like, I get it, confrontation is weird, awkward, I hate confrontation. You don't want to, but sis and bros, you guys have to like just kind of step up to the plate and just like
my ego's too big.
Exactly.
Like so like, wait, were you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Okay. So go on, sis.
Like confrontation to me, I just feel like, I don't know, like, okay, it depends on the situation.
Yeah, true.
Like if it's someone that's just giving me bad vibes, I literally would just block you. Like I'm not gonna confront you. Like or vice versa. If they confront me, I'm like, I don't owe you an explanation. You know what I mean? True. That's just my perspective, and I think that's the only time where I've ever encountered like confrontational stuff. But like, why did you block me? And I'm like, I don't like you. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you want me to like go on an explanation and be like, I don't like you because A, B, C, D, and because X, Y, Z. So like, like, I don't know.
And I guess there's like levels to this, right? There's levels to this, like you said. Like if it's like a random person that you're not necessarily close with, like you're just acquainted with or whatever, and then like they just like rub you the wrong way, the way how they whatever they post, whatever. Like if you don't like it, yeah, sure, block it, you know. And if they feel some type of way about it, and then they come to you, you can just like, you're right, you don't owe them an explanation.
You're like, girl, sorry,
you don't owe them an explanation. But the thing is, like, I don't know. Go
I don't know. Okay, that's like my only like confrontational thing I think recently, is like that type of scenario, because I'm just like, I don't know. I just don't like the icky feeling, and it's like, if I don't like you anymore, like I don't like you. Like we're not in high school anymore, so like I don't need to be like, oh my god, like please like me, like please.
Yeah,
like,
you don't care.
So I'm just like, I don't like whatever.
The thing is, when you block people, okay, and I'm talking about figuratively and literally, right? Like when you block people out of your life, right? In general, and obviously, like, so if they're blocked, they're not in your mind anymore, and you don't see them anymore. Like, does it like make you feel any better by moving on, like, with your life?
Yeah, I think for me that's like how I like in this like adult age of me, I think it's better for me not to see it, because it's like, for example, if somebody posts like negative stuff, right? Yeah. And I no longer want to associate myself with them, I'm just gonna block them so that way I don't see it. You know, the same goes with like random people or like celebrities. If they post something and I'm like, I don't want to keep seeing that shit, so I'm just gonna block it, like, you know. And then I like, out of sight, out of mind is type of like, that's kind of how I look at things. Mentality, versus Sadie, where she's like, hey, like.
But that's where I'm going to, like, I'm saying there's levels to it too. If it's someone I'm kind of close with that I used to have a thinking with, and then like something like they tend to block me out of nowhere, then I'd be curious too, you know what I'm saying? But then if it was like some like I said, there's levels to it. If if it's somebody that's kind of random, then like, yeah, I wouldn't really care about it. But then if it's someone that I kind of knew and had a conversation, like had a,
I think if it was someone's close to me, like me and you, then yeah, I would be like,
oh, 100%.
Like, what the fuck is
like,
wrong with you?
Like, why?
Yeah, like what's wrong with you?
Right.
But yeah, I think like acquaintances or like friends, I'm just like,
and that's valid. You got to do what you got to do for yourself. You know, everybody runs differently, and that's fine too.
So let us know what you do.
What would you do? Now,
are you more of a Sadie or are you more of a Satana?
Let's give you a scenario, for example, like and let's do a scenario example wise, right? Okay, like someone that you not super close with, but you are acquaintance.
Yeah.
Okay, you're acquaintance, and then they like, you know, do something or they post something, and you're just like, oh, I don't really agree with that, but they constantly do it. What would you do? Would you just block it, unfollow, or would you just keep it and ignore it?
Ooh.
My thing is like, I've had a similar situation, right, where I don't really agree with everything this person does or whatever, but then like I don't completely block them out of the way because I do kind of have some relationship with this person kind of in a way, you know? So I don't completely block them and like just like leave them like in the dark or whatever, you know? Because if they were to question me, yeah, I will probably be straight up too. Like, I just don't really see, I like the things that you post, period. That's it. Like, I don't have anything against you. I just don't like the things that you post. But the thing is, I just unfollowed. I unfollow so that way I just don't see their stuff anymore. Okay. You know? But it's also because like I have like some kind of relationship with this person, you know. If I didn't at all, then I was like, yeah, whatever, unfriend, block, I don't care who you are. Like, you know, I don't really use the block button a lot. I really don't. I honestly have like maybe a list of maybe 2-3 people on my block list if I really look at it.
My block list is long.
I bet.
Well, just because I'm like, you know, out of sight, out of mind type of thinking. And I think that also goes to like perspective, because it could be like either or. You could be on either side. Yeah. Now for me, when I find out people block me you? And I literally just like, oh. Okay. Dead. I know, and my literal action's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, alrighty then. Well, I can't find them. Right. And then that's it. But then I think if it's the other way, like if I were to block someone, I would be like, hopefully they have the same mindset. I don't know. Or maybe they want to confront me. And then I'm like, what the heck, you know? I think it could be either or. Either or confrontation, to me, I don't like it. And then that's why I try really hard not to make new friends, because I think it's very intimidating. Because when you create friends or like acquaintances, there's this like status quo or like medium level of like relationship they have to maintain that I'm just like, oh, it's too high maintenance for me, you know?
Do you think it's because of your field though? In your field, like what you guys...
Yeah, I feel like I almost always, like when I meet someone new, I feel like I almost have to network or like get to know them in a type of way. But then I think also because of my field, I'm very guarded and being like, okay, well, this is my boundary.
I feel like,
because I have had that happen to me before too, where people are like, oh, like she's just trying to use me. I'm like, girl, I'm just trying to be your friend. So that's why I view those type of like interactions very opposite. So if like people are like, hey, like I want to make friends, like whatever, like I'm new to the area, I'm like, let's get lunch, let's get dinner, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, I know what it feels like to be on the other side of that, right, you know?
I think I'm just saying because I've seen like in the episode whenever I talk to you in Tara about like, you know, what you guys do in your field, like we have very different perspectives when it comes to like socializing, right? Yeah. And I'm like, because I see it from that point of view from y'all, because I feel like you said, you do have to be guarded because of your field specifically, and what you do and whatnot. You don't know if people are intentional or not.
The right intentions.
You really don't know.
And it's scary in this field because you're like, hold on.
I've seen it happen to y'all and other people. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm like, this is kind of getting weird.
It is. So I totally understand. So a lot of it comes with like not knowledge. I'm sorry. Like background
experience,
factors and experiences as well.
Yes.
Because like in my opinion, or for me personally, I'm not in that field, obviously, so I can make friends like that. Like, and now
if you're just like a natural like extrovert.
I am. I'm very, very extroverted. And now if I'm talking about like, oh, like I meet a brand new person like that, no, of course not. Like, I mean, like back in like my high school days, maybe, because I just want to be friends with everybody, you know. But then now I'm kind of like, I know like my boundaries and whatnot. Like I'll be open and welcoming, and we can hang out and talk and all that, and like, you know, chill and like get along. But then I'm not gonna randomly just super get close and attached to people like that if I don't know them like that, you know. Like I would just be like, you know, chill. That makes sense.
So you have your own boundaries too, but
I do
in like a certain way, because even though you're not like social media person or whatever, or that's not like your experience, like you're naturally extroverted.
So an example would be like, so if I meet like someone through you that I don't know at all, and then that person were to reach out to me like, hey, you want to go out with us? I'll be like, yeah, sure. Like it was down to that level.
Cute.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be cool. I'll be down to. Like,
okay, you're a down ass bitch.
And I sure am. Well, if I'm up to it, then I'll be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll cool. I'll go hang out with y'all. Like, I'll go like, you know, catch a show with y'all, whatever. But then it just really depends like on vibes and stuff, because we talked about a lot about that too. You know, if I get like weird vibes from you, then I'm like, no, I'm good. You know. I don't know. I say that, but then now I am kind of like lazy too. I'm lazy too. I was like, yeah.
I think at our age, it's kind of hard to. I mean, not hard. Okay, let's be honest. I feel like at our age, I'm just like, I don't care to make more friends, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And if I do, it's just me really, me trying to be nice, and also me trying to be nice, but then also like not. It's not that I don't want to make friends, but I want to be nice, and then I also don't want people to feel left out.
Yes.
So like, I think you can be nice to people without making them feel left out, and not want to be
necessarily form a friendship,
like long-term friendship, you know.
Yeah.
Just like acquaintances, like, yeah, let's go get lunch, let's, you know, like yap or whatever, socialize. But I think it's okay to not want to have a lot of friends.
No, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely is absolutely okay. Yeah.
I mean, girl, we're like in our 30s, like
we're not in high school. Yeah, so it's like, it's totally fine. I think it just goes on about how you socialize with people or whatnot, you know, because I've met people that are very, very standoffish, and me personally, I'm like, oh, okay.
You're weird.
I was like, okay, you want to be standoffish, then, you know, like, I'm a, you know, reciprocate the energy. Like, if you're gonna be standoffish, it's sometimes I feel dumb, right? Like, if I want to be all friendly and people are just kind of standoffish, I'm like,
oh yeah.
But then at the same time,
you're like, bitch, what the fuck? You're like, I'm literally giving you my energy. Like, what the fuck?
I love you, gonna take it, what? But then, like, see, and then the empath in me is like, but why are they?
But why though?
Why?
That's
Who
TikTok where they're like,
traumatized you?
What's wrong with your childhood? What happened
Who
to make
hurt
you turn out this way?
I'm here. Open up. Talk to me. I'm a counselor. You know, type shit. But
I mean, it happens. I mean,
yeah,
really, like, down deep, if you think about it, I mean, you could. I mean, I think that's why we also too want to make sure that people feel included.
That's exactly what.
Because when we like are talking to people, I know that we're both kind of similar, where it's like we give 100% of our energy, and we're like, if you have me and you're talking to me, you're gonna get 100% of my undivided attention and energy, and you're gonna get me at my rawest of who I am. We're gonna be silly, we're gonna be laughing, we're gonna be dancing, we're gonna be, you know, our weird authentic selves. But then, like, if you're literally just like, no, yeah, like, I'm like, okay, bitch, well, fuck you too. Like, next time, or when I see you, like, I'm not gonna, you know, it's like, no.
But then that's like exactly explains how you just literally explained our all of our events. Like, if you've been to our events that we hosted, everybody said that literally that's how we are, like how we are on this podcast right now. We're like this times 10 in person.
Yes,
we'll hype you up, we'll make you feel welcome.
Yes,
like you're the main character.
We'll encourage you to be yourself. Also, I didn't want to tell you because I wanted to tell you on the podcast, but I've had like 3 girls reach out to me and they're like, hey, are you doing another event soon? Oh my God. Like, literally within the past week.
Really?
Not even kidding. One of them messaged me today. And it was like, hey, are you guys doing another event soon? I'm like, guys, yes.
Don't worry.
You know what? Maybe we'll do like a little like...
What's coming up?
Christmas. Thanksgiving's too soon. Maybe we'll do like a little like,
if not Christmas, then like a little like New Year like thing.
Yeah, New Year, New Me.
New Year, New Me type thing. Like if anything.
And I was gonna say, I'm gonna bleep where we're having it at, but I was gonna say that we could probably do it.
Oh my God, that'll be perfect.
I know that's right. And then we can even throw a little like karaoke in there.
Oh my God, that'll be perfect. Ooh, we're excited. Yes, it's happening. We're making it happen. You know what?
It's gonna happen.
Will make it so much easier now for us to just plan. Thank you. Maybe we can cook up some little Christmas thing or something.
Yep.
I'm so excited. No, seriously. Oh, and I've seen a lot of like girls like just reaching out to our DMs and like liking our stuff.
You know what? We should just really... Wait, are you going out of town in December?
No, not that I know of.
We should just do like a fucking like fuck it and just like a white elephant, like, ooh, everybody bring a gift, like
that'd be like a quick little fun thing.
Yeah, everybody bring a gift, like $20 or under.
Yes,
$20
max.
$20 gift,
$20 gift, and do a white elephant game.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We'll look at dates after this.
Yeah. Anyways. Okay. So we're going to do it. It's going to happen. But yeah, all the girls, if you guys are listening, if you're watching, I know you guys have been reaching out to both of us personally and on the podcast. Don't worry, girls. We're having events. And you know what? Thank you so much for all the girlies that have been coming out to even like the events that I host by myself with Tara. Like, I've been seeing you girls out there. Thank you for coming out. And just you know, showing us support and love. Like, I appreciate everybody.
Like, support really goes a long way. Like, even a quick little share or a like or anything like that, and then especially showing up, like, it really goes a long way. And we see you, she sees you, Tara, we all see you, we acknowledge you guys. Just so thankful for that. Absolutely. Let's do the heart. Oh, absolutely. Ding.
Anyways,
so, wrapping it around, how did we get to that? ADHD brain, sorry. Confrontation. So confrontation, that's that perspective, which, like you said, it all loops back around.
You know what I think has to do with perspective and confrontation?
What?
Accountability. Ooh, the big word of the day.
Those 3 words.
Accountability. The big word of the day. Accountability. Confrontation. What was the last one?
Confrontation,
and
accountability, and
perspectives.
Okay, big words.
Yeah, I looked at the dictionary.
But they really do all tie in together.
I don't like taking accountability.
I was just gonna say, let's talk about accountability.
You know me, my ego. I think you know what it is.
Leo?
I think it's because of Leo, and because my dad is very stubborn and hard-headed, and I have my dad's traits.
Oh.
And I hate taking accountability because, like, especially
awareness.
Like when me and Danny are like in an argument, because, you know, he's my partner, he's my best friend. Like, I see him all the time. I just hate taking accountability. Where I'm like, I know I'm wrong, but, you know, I can't say sorry.
Hey, that's awareness, though. Thanks for being honest.
If you have a partner and if you're wrong and you cannot say sorry, drop some hearts in the chat.
Not the hearts. I'm freaking dead.
No, like, I feel bad. Like, sometimes when I'm like very heated, I can't say sorry. I just need like space. I'm like, okay, I will be holding myself accountable, but give me like 1 to 2 business days.
I was gonna say, is that something that you want to work on? There you go. And that's okay. If that's really her answer, no, that's fine.
I mean, like,
I'm freaking dead.
I mean, like, honestly, I probably should work on that. It's just hard for me to get to that point.
Right.
Because I think, like, the way my emotions are regulated, I cannot calm down. Like, you saw Isla's meltdown earlier. Like, I cannot regulate myself in that moment or that day. Like, give me, like, 1 or 2 business days.
Oh.
For real.
Sis, as long as if you do get to it, that's all that matters.
I know. Danny's like, oh, you're gonna say sorry like 2 days from now, huh? And I'm like
when it doesn't matter.
And I'm like, then I'm still angry, and I'm like,
it
whatever.
still counts though. It works. Yeah,
and I just can't.
I really feel like
I can't.
I feel like I'm talking to my students because, like, no, because there's the thing. I think in my
mentally, I'm still in 5th grade.
No, you've come such a long
You think
way.
so?
100%.
Like, don't be biased.
No, I'm not being biased right now.
Guys,
I'm not biased. Thank you. I'm actually...
Okay, in what way though? Gas me up real quick.
Okay, but for one, like, first of all, acknowledgement. That's huge. The fact that you can acknowledge it and admit to it in honesty, that is the first. I hate that. That's the first step, sister.
I hate it.
Hang on, let's do a hand like this, like we're in like therapy.
I hate it.
That's the first step.
I hate it. I hate it. Like, I hate that feeling.
But you're okay. But it's good. It's gonna be good for you in the long run.
You know why I hate it? Let's dive into that real quick. It's because I have to be vulnerable and like peel my layers back. Okay, because I know that me as a person, I like to joke around a lot, and I like to like make fun of things and like,
it's the trauma,
like look like I'm tough on the outside, but in the inside, I'm so soft. I'm like a pillow. I'm like a feather. I'm like super soft.
But you're right.
But I feel like that's just how I've always been. So it's like on the outside, I'm like, I look like a tough little girl. I'm like,
did you not hear that? Like, the funniest people are the most like. Yeah. Saddest on the inside. We discovered this in Colorado 2021. Remember where that was trip? Yeah, that was the very first time. Let me just dive really. Sorry, ADHD. Yeah, like, but let me just recap of that
for the lore. Yes,
for the lore. Why not? Well, let's insert the picture of us 3. Like, remember with
that was a really good picture. I think it's on my Facebook somewhere.
I think it's so cute. Anyway, that was a very moment because I think that was our like first like long.
That was our first like trip.
No.
Yes. Yes.
And mind you, it was like our road trip, right? So it was like.
Right before COVID.
9 hours? 8 hours?
9 hours.
a whole lot of crap happened. First of all, that was freaking window. Got there whatever by the bird. It was all crazy thing. So I remember it was like a last day, blah blah blah. We were watching the sunset beyond the beautiful mountains, and we were eating like Hawaiian food.
Yes.
And then we were talking about that. We were talking about the meme, like, oh, did you know that they said that the funniest people, because we were cracking up at this point. And then I said it. I was like,
we were literally just being dumb.
And I was like, did you see what they said about online, that if the funniest people are actually, and then I stopped it and she looked at me and we looked at each other. She goes, you're like, are the saddest? I was like, yeah. And then she literally started tearing up and I started tearing up, and then we were like, yep. What's going on? So that's whenever we kind of like, in a way, kind of revealed that, oh,
we're vulnerable.
We come from trauma.
Blah, it's blah, like blah, you could say so many things without saying anything. And we literally just sat in the tears, and we're like,
so crazy.
We're looking at the sunset, looking at the Colorado sky, and
literally right before that, we were like freaking singing, mouthing to I think it was like Janae Aiko or something. It was hilarious.
We were being like in our feels.
I'll post some of the clips from in the stories. But anyway, that was that. Anyway, what were we talking about? Go back to what we're talking about.
Vulnerable. Feeling vulnerable. I think that, you know what, if you have not like really looked into yourself or peeled back some vulnerability, if you don't have people that you can be vulnerable with, I think that calls for therapy right there, because I feel like in therapy you can do that, right? You can be vulnerable with a stranger, but I think being vulnerable with like your closest friends or your closest sisters or your closest guy friends or whatever, it's an essential. I feel like if you don't open up yourself in those vulnerable moments or let yourself express those moments, like you're really just holding all that in.
You're bottling it all in without even knowing.
Yep.
Excuse me. And then whenever you do, it does pop. Like you're gonna burst. And I've learned that kind of like the hard way too.
Yeah.
Whether it's anger or like just like sadness or whatever, like you have to really, really like, release it somehow, some way.
It's literally like stress, because you're like holding all these emotions in, and you're like, I'm so much better than this. Like, yeah, I'm vulnerable, but no one's gonna know. No. And then you go in your room and cry to sad music. Mm-hmm. That's literally me. Like, if I wasn't like before I was able to like be vulnerable with like you guys, like that would be me.
Really?
Yeah, like put on sad music just so I could cry.
I think the craziest thing about me as far as I can think back, I think I had some of that, but then like just I never knew it. I never knew that because I never really like
put a name to it,
I guess, or, so I never really knew what it was until like when I started questioning it with you guys. Whenever I started a podcast, I started talking about it, saying it out loud. Saying it out loud. I was like, wait. And then like those moments, every time we talk about something, they like the tear works start coming. I'm like, oh crap, I'm feeling the feels, and it's crazy. It's weird. I don't like it because it's vulnerability, but like you said, we all have to go through it, and
we do.
Accountability 100% does tie in with vulnerability, because like vulnerability, am I saying it right?
Okay. Vulnerability.
Because who likes to be freaking vulnerable?
No one
likes to be vulnerable.
It feels like you're naked. It feels like you're naked in front of a crowd.
Yeah, and you're like,
oh my god, stop looking at me.
No, I hate it. But
like, even though I'm a Leo, I love attention, but I hate you know what I mean?
The rawness of it.
Yeah, like it feels too raw.
But you know what? Accountability is essential.
Yes.
You've got to take
it. And you grow from it as a person.
100%.
I feel like the more vulnerable you are, you can learn so much about not only yourself, but the people around you that truly love and appreciate you. Because I feel like if they can love you when you're at your most vulnerablest, when you're at your lowest of lows, and they still are like, hey, I'm going to pick you up, scoop you up, and love you with every ounce of my body, that is like, it's literally like a butterfly when they transform from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It's just like, like, you're like, oh my god, the sun is shining, everything's great.
Exactly.
That's how I feel like.
If you can find yourself vulnerable around people and like they're still around, then they're your people. For sure.
Amen.
If they're not and they start talking crap or saying anything, then they are not your people.
No, and it's like those videos, on TikTok where like the girls are dancing and then like they have two friends behind them. Well, there was this video I watched and this girl was dancing and she had her two friends behind her and one of them was making like a ugly face because she was like all up, she was doing her little dance routine and the other friend was like hyping her up and then people in the comments were like, oh, that girl on your left is definitely not your friend. And I'm like, bro, that's literally just like vulnerability, right? Or being, when you hold yourself accountable or when you hold your friends accountable, right? If your friends are just gonna sit there and let you be, a bad person and not say anything, they're not really your friend.
That part.
Or when you're being vulnerable and they actually don't vocalize or support you in any way, like they're not really your friend. You got to have people that's going to be able to be there to clock you, comfort you, and celebrate you.
Ooh! Wait, hang on. Clock. Before celebrate, what was it? Clock you,
Celebrate you.
But you said something. There's the 3 C's. There's a 3 freaking C's. She just spitting over.
Clock you.
Clock you.
I don't know. DJ, run that back. No. DJ, run that back.
You literally said clock it.
Comfort you.
Comfort.
Clock you. Comfort you. And, oh my God. We're going to coin that shit. The 3 C's. All right.
3 C's.
Listen, this is the 3 C's. Okay. If your friends do not clock you, comfort you, and celebrate you.
Oh my God.
They are not your real friends. Period. Come on.
That's a bar. That's a bar.
I know that's right.
Okay, look at Mr.
I just feel like that's for real because like we're older now and it's like we've been through some shit.
Well, honestly though, like in between those 3's, like I think the most
the 3 C's.
The 3 C's.
The 3 C's.
You're so stupid. I think the most honestly they all have weight to it, right? But then one that's not and that needs to be talked more about is clock. Sheesh. Okay, clock is a freaking slang word, but give us the definition of what clock is.
So clock it. Clock it right here. The definition basically is accountability.
There. Period.
Clock it is accountability.
Calling them out for their shit.
And you know what? I need more people in my life to do that for me. I feel like you do a really good job at that. You think
so?
Yeah, I feel like you really are good at clocking me. And like in a way where it's not like offensive,
right.
But you're just like, bitch,
like
really back in, and I'm like,
really back in.
Wait, actually, like, yeah.
I feel like, and I think like it comes, you have to build that that relationship bond with someone, or like to be comfortable enough to even clock them, right? So that's one of the hardest part. I understand that. Like, you know, we've obviously gotten so dang close over the years that, you know, like now we feel comfortable enough to be like, hey, and even with Val too, us 3 in our group chat, we're like, hey, come on now, like, was it really like this, or like what's going on? Wait, what are you doing too? You know, like you have to really and feel comfortable, like
clock it,
like honestly, like
And I think that's a big part of it is like friendships. Sometimes people aren't comfortable clocking it, or if they do get clocked, then they get offended.
They get offended because they take it.
I'm not gonna lie, I've done that before. Like I've been offended before because I'm like, wait, what makes you think that you know me to that extent? When in reality, what I should have done was been like, I appreciate you as a friend. Thank you so much for holding me accountable. And, you know, thank you for like bringing that up, and I will try to be better. But in the past, I wasn't that.
But to play devil's avocado on your end, like how was it
presented? I
was it
more of a like, I think we just weren't as close. Like it was just an acquaintance, so I kind of took offense to that.
Yeah,
but then in reality, they probably didn't mean to offend me. They were just trying to be like,
okay,
hey, maybe don't do that.
And I like that you're thinking, see, that's what I meant by growth. You know what I'm saying? Because like, because it's like, you know, yes, it depends on the way how they present it as well. Like you're like, whoa, wait, don't come at me sideways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then it's also like, hey.
But then, and that's there's truth in that, because like people can come at you sideways trying to like, you know, clock it to you, or like, you know, like be like, hey, yo, that was.
You know what? You know who does that to me? Danny. And no, seriously. Like if I know, guys, I don't want to be talking about my husband on a podcast, but he is my like bestie too. Okay, so like when I start thinking like negative, he'll be like, hey, like, girl, maybe don't do that. And then he'll be like, wait, but why are you starting to think negative though? And I'm like, oh,
he's calling you out.
Okay, let me go back to my lane real quick. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
You know what? Yeah.
But we need people like that, because they're like, you know, when you're bowling and you have the bumpers up, they're like that. There are bumpers.
They're the what are those called? Bumpers?
I
don't know.
I call it bumpers.
I guess maybe they are.
But like I feel like like the people that hold you accountable in life are the people that are your bumpers right here, right?
Because imagine if your partner, if Danny were to just let everything slide, like, oh yeah, no, you're right, y'all, he would feeding into it. And
my head would be so fucking big, bigger than it is right now. I'm like, damn, I'm right, everything. Damn.
It's like, sure, it may make you feel good, but at the end of the day, you're like,
am I really growing as a person though?
100%. I think you really are.
Well, I mean, like if I were to be like, oh yeah, like I'm like, if you were to be like, oh yeah, you're right, I would not be growing as a person.
Exactly. And
so I don't know,
you need those people in your life to really like, you know, hold you accountable and like really call you out. And I, like I said, you know, it really comes with like presentation, and it really comes with like the bond of how close you are with somebody.
Yeah, the communication of it.
Yeah, as long as you have the communication. And me personally, I feel like, I'm not saying I'm like the freaking best or whatever, but then like I feel like with my friend group right now, if I see something and I like it makes me feel uncomfortable, then I speak it out.
She's really good at clocking people.
I think it's just,
well, I mean, like in a respectful way.
In a very, very, of course, very, and I, like I said, it comes with experience and it comes with like, you know.
Well, and I think it's like your field of work too. You're very good at communicating.
Yes, communication is like huge for me, and I'm still learning to today. Like even communicating in like a very, very like respectful, healthy way. Like you don't have to necessarily like attack people, you know, immediately. Just like be like acknowledging. I think my first thing is the rule of communication is acknowledge first, because I do that a lot. I acknowledge, and then I ask, and then I receive. Right, like if like I receive how you.
Ooh, wait, did you learn that at school?
No, it just came out to my mind now. I swear, it just came to my mind. Like I think.
Damn, we clocking it today,
girl. We some freaking like Shakespeare today or some
philosophers.
Because well, I'm thinking about the situation I had with your daughter earlier, right? But I'm just like, you know, like I how do I
ask?
I ask first, and then acknowledgement first. Acknowledge, and then I ask, and then I receive. Oh,
god damn! Give us a fucking Nobel Peace Prize. Shit.
Thank you. I would like to thank my mom. But yeah, so like, because whenever you do that, because I do this every day at work, right? When I do that with like little young minds, right? They don't even have the capacity to think. I mean, we're grown adults and we're still having a hard time. So you got to think about small little kids, you know? So I try to stoop down to the low level.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
And especially whenever
you're right. Okay, I'm sorry, kids.
No, and then just like, not just that, but like adults in general, whenever when you're super vulnerable, you're emotional, you're hot-headed.
And us as adults,
you're already feeling so much, right? So whenever people come at you, you're gonna like immediately just like shoot back, like react exactly.
Yep.
So then whenever
that's me.
So that's what I try. So that's what I was joking earlier. I was like, I feel like I'm talking to my students, but because I'm really trying to talk to people in the mindset of where they're at, meet them where they're at, right? If she's already hot and she's like struggling to like even like, you know, admit like earlier she was hard to admit that like I don't want to take accountability. I was like, okay, well, you know, like, well, why? Like,
why?
And I think acknowledgement is like the number one thing. That's why I put it first, because like, for example, like, you know, Isla was crying earlier and I was like, oh, I know that you're so sad, but like, you know, like, what happened? Like, tell me why or whatever. And then ask, you know what I'm saying? So acknowledgement, and like, and here's another example too. I was just going to throw it out there real quickly. Like every time like students come and ask me to do something, if they're like, hey, can I go sit on like, you know, the library chair? I'll say, no, but thank you for asking. I always say thank you for asking though. And then like, I can see that even though they got shut down, they feel like, oh, okay, well, like, I did the right thing by at least asking. Yes. So I always acknowledge. So I think it comes a long way whenever, you know, you try to hold people out for clock them too.
Yeah, I feel like I need to be better. Well, I am trying to be better with my kids. Where like that whole time I was like consoling her and I was like calm. I was like, we don't hit people, right? Like, you know, not to do that. Like, I feel like I'm getting a lot better. You're doing
so good. I'm not even gonna lie. The other day, whenever I saw Danny posted about what did Danny posted? Danny posted something. Or no, it was you. Y'all posted about even the pumpkin patch, or maybe you posted something. I feel like it was Danny. He posted something about the kids, and I was like, y'all are like, you guys are like so freaking good. Like I was honestly about like a proud parent. I was like, dang, y'all are doing so good with the kids. And coming from me, from my work field, I'm like, I'm proud to call y'all friends, that y'all are parents, because they're really freaking good. I love that. I love it so much.
The thing is, we are yin and yang, so it's like we balance each other out.
Y'all are like perfectly. You just make it work, and it works. You know, it's great. It's great.
It takes a village. It sure does.
It really does.
It does. And you know what? All that to say is that we can hold our friends accountable. We can hold ourselves accountable, and that should be okay. What shouldn't be okay is like if you're doing it in a disrespectful way, or if you're doing it in a way to make them feel less than. I feel like that is bad for both parties.
Yes.
And no one learns from that.
No.
So if you're going to clock somebody or hold somebody accountable, whether that be yourself or friends or family, I think you can come at it in a respectful way 100%. And in a way where you both can learn from it and not be so like offensive. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that, I think that also goes to the perspective part, is that it could also be you. If people are going to clock you, you know, treat others how you want to be treated, you know? And that should be okay to do on both ends. And I just say, give everybody some grace, give yourself some grace, but at the end of the day, there should also be accountability too, and you should be okay with that, because if you don't have that, you can't grow as a person.
There's always room to grow. So like, you know, don't necessarily take it to heart like that, like, or as an attack. I mean, of course, obviously.
I mean, my ego is big, so yes, I will get offended in the moment, but then I'll think about it, and I'll be like, okay, like, you were right, like, you know, I'm sorry for popping off, but like, now that I thought about it, like, you were actually right, like, I will try to do better, you know, and that's okay, as long as you can come back to it
and acknowledge it,
and be like, you know, I'm sorry for being an a-hole, I will try to do better next time.
I think maybe I feel like the easiest, before we like wrap it up, I think the easiest way to like have this type of this talk is within your intimate relationship. I feel like, you know, I mean, in my opinion, at least, like you said, you example, you and Danny, and like me and Brian, I'm doing that every day with Brian. Whenever like we get into like little disagreements or whatever, like I immediately, like, I'm like reassuring him, like, hey, I hope you didn't take it the wrong way, this is what I meant. And then like he'll like reassure me and say, I understand, I didn't receive it that way, blah blah blah. So it's like a lot of reassurance. There's a lot of like, we do that a lot. Yeah. Because I mean, yeah, there's times where we don't agree with each other, and sometimes I am admitting right now. So you heard it here first, Brian, that sometimes whenever I say some things and I look back and I was like, oh, I think I was a little harsh.
I give Danny the silent treatment. Well, because
I can't do a silent treatment.
See, you were like Danny, where you guys just want to confront it right away, and I'm like, dude, fucking leave me alone. I'm like, dude, I just need like space.
Yeah. And you know, I do too, to an extent, but it's like, I feel like it's gonna be on my mind if I don't like acknowledge, if I don't correct myself.
Not me. I'm like, dude, like I had the blinders on. Like,
get out of here. I mean,
I mean, see, there's two different perspectives.
Yeah.
So we have to. That's why I say yin and yang. That's why
you gotta balance each other out somehow. You're gonna balance each other out.
So whether it be friends or intimate lovers, I think that that's
something you can work on, you know?
Yeah. It's a never ending learning process. And you can also do that within yourself too. It's okay to check yourself. Just like I told Sadie the other day, you have to be like, okay, wait, I gotta slow down. Slow down.
Dial it back.
Yeah.
No, I think honestly that's a great thing. Why don't you try with yourself first? Like,
I like that.
Yeah, really try and practice these little techniques with yourself first. If you catch yourself like, you know, like just annoyed.
I like to do it when I'm annoyed.
Exactly.
Or when I get mad.
Oh,
or if I'm driving in the car and like someone's speeding, I'm like, dude, what the? And I'm like, hold on. I'm like, I'm exerting all this energy. Like, it's fine. It's not that big
and then
of a
like
deal.
You drive past the car, it's like an old man. Oh, that makes me so sad whenever I'd be like,
or I'm like, I like to make up scenarios. I'm like, what if their their lover just died?
Yes.
Or something. You know what I mean? Like, exactly. You gotta slow it down.
So start practice with yourself first.
And remember, we're not perfect, but we can always try to be better.
Ooh.
We preaching today.
Girl, we just have it all in us today. That is so true, though, because nobody's going to freaking be perfect.
No, and that's okay, but we can try to be better.
So simple, yes, so powerful.
Impactful.
I feel like I just want to go preach today.
Amen.
But yeah, so please practice with yourself. Hold yourself accountable. Dial it back. Check yourself first before you start practicing with people that you know are around you, and you want to, like, if you feel like you're comfortable enough to get to that level, if needed. You know, if not needed, don't just do it just to start some. You know. Yeah. But 100%, yes.
As always, we upload a new episode every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can find us at 116 Hotline right here on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, and Apple Podcast on all 6 platforms. If you are watching or listening on YouTube, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to our channel and on this video. And if you're listening anywhere else or watching anywhere else, make sure you follow us and like our page. And we cannot wait to see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you, and let us know what you took away from this episode.
Yes.
I think this is a really good episode that we both can learn from in this moment in our lives. And I think the reason why we were able to talk about it is because this is a ongoing process that we do all the time. And I think that it can be very impactful if you're listening, or maybe you can share with your partner or your friend or your close circle. But I think it's a really important thing that we just don't talk about enough.
Exactly. I agree with everything she said. Like, it's something that it's uncomfortable for sure, but it needs to be talked about more, and perhaps like start within yourself first, and then you can slowly
build it up
and domino effect around the people around you, because it's needed.
Definitely.
Very necessary. It's very necessary.
Very necessary.
Yes, ma'am.
So keep an eye out on our socials for any fun events that we have coming up. So excited, guys. This year is going to be great. Okay.
We're going to make it happen.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Thank you so much for being here. We love you guys, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.